Okay, last page of lesson 9.5 on page 390. Okay, so let's continue working with numerical patterns. Okay, so let's look at number 7. Number 7, Emily has a road map with a key that shows an inch on the map equals 5 miles of actual distance. If a distance measured on the map is 12 inches, what is the actual distance? Write the rule you use to find the actual distance. Okay, so to come up with this answer, the only thing that we need to do is create a table. Okay, so let's start by making a rectangle. Okay, so we're gonna create a rectangle. Okay, and we're going to compare the number of inches with the miles. So here I'm going to write inches. Okay, let me make 3 lines. Okay, so I need 3 lines right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna divide this, okay, so that I have 3. Okay, so I need to write here the number of inches and then the number of miles. Okay, so for 1 inch, the key says that for 1 inch on the map, that equals 5 miles. Okay, so for 1 inch, that equals 5 miles. Okay, now what about 2 inches? Okay, so I need to use this pair of numbers to find a relationship, okay, to give me the number of miles. So if 1 inch equals 5 miles, how many miles are 2 inches? So what number times 1 equals 5? Okay, what number times 1 equals 5? The answer is 5, right? So I need to multiply 2 times 5. That will give me a 10. Okay, if I have 3 inches, how many miles is that? 15. Okay, if I have 4 inches, how many miles is that? 20, and so on. Okay, now I need to find how many miles are in 12 inches. So I don't have to count all the way from 1 to 12. I just can skip count. So if I want to find the answer after I have written at least 4 pairs of numbers, I can use that rule to find the answer. And the rule is to multiply the number of inches by what number to find the number of miles. So what are we doing to the number of inches to find the number of miles? We're multiplying by 5, right? So what's 12 times 5? 12 times 5 is 60. Okay, so the answer is 60 miles. Okay, 60 miles is the answer. And what rule did we use? Okay, what did we do with the number of inches to get the number of miles? Okay, we multiply the number of inches by 5 to get the number of miles. Okay, so that's number 7. Very easy. Just create a table, find the relationship between the pairs of numbers, and find a rule, and that's it. Okay, same thing. We're gonna do the same thing for number 8. Number 8 says, to make a shade of lavender paint, John mixes 4 ounces of red tint and 28 ounces of blue tint into 1 gallon of white paint. Okay, if 20 gallons of white paint and 80 ounces of red tint are used, how much blue tint should be added. Write a rule that you can use to find the amount of blue tint. Okay? So, all right, so let's go ahead and start making the table here. Okay, and for this table, I think that we are going to need the 3 lines, okay, that I used on the first one, but we didn't use this line right here on the top. Okay, so lavender paint, John mixes 4 ounces of red tint, 28 ounces of blue tint into 1 gallon of white paint. Okay, so the blue tint. Okay, so we have red tint. Okay, we have blue tint. And we have white paint. Okay, so when he mixes 4 ounces of red tint and 28 ounces, okay, of blue tint, okay, how many gallons of white paint does he make? Can he make? Okay, so we're going to start by using this order pair. Okay, so 4 and 28. Okay, so every time he combines red tint, he combines 4 ounces. Okay, so that means that, okay, when we move up to this next box, we need to add 4. So what's 4 plus 4? 4 plus 4 equals 8. Okay, now to find what this number would be on the bottom, we need to find the relationship between 28 and 4. Either what number can you get dividing 28, okay, and to get 4, or what number times 4 is 28. So what number times 4 equals 28? 4 times 7, right, is 28. So I'm going to apply the same rule to this number. 8 times 7, what's 8 times 7? 56. Okay, 56. Okay, then he mixes 4 more ounces of red tint and 28 ounces of blue tint. Okay, so 56 and 8. Okay, so we add 4 more to 8, that will equal 12, and 7 times 12 is 94. Okay, and then I'm going to add 4 more to 12, that's 16, and 16 times 7, I know that 7 times 6 is 42. Put the 2 down, carry the 4 over. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11, so it's 112. Okay. All right. Okay. And then we need to go all the way to 20 gallons of white paint and then 80 ounces of red tint. Okay, so 80 ounces of red tint. Okay. And 20 gallons of white paint. So I can write that 20 there because that's the number that the problem is giving me. Okay, 20 gallons of white paint and 80 ounces of red tint are used. How much blue tint should be added? So we need to find the number here. Okay, so we already know that we can multiply 80 times 7. That will give us this, right? Or we could also, okay, we could also multiply the number of gallons. I don't know by what number, but we could find that answer. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and stick with what the rule that we already know, which is to multiply the number of red paint by 7. So I know that 8 times 7 is 56, yes or no? Okay, so 56, and I just add a 0. Okay, so that will be the answer. Blue tint equals 560 ounces. Okay, 560 ounces. And what's the rule? Multiply. The rule would be to multiply the number of ounces. Okay, multiply the number of red tint by 7. Okay, and that's for number 8. So again, it's just a matter of using the relationship between the numbers. Okay, what can you do to the 4 that will give you 28? What can you do to the 28 that will give you the 4? Okay, either or. Okay, whatever method is better for you. It's either multiplication or division. All right? Okay, number 9. In the cafeteria, tables are arranged in groups of 4, with each table seating 8 students. How many students can sit at 10 groups of tables? Write the rule you use to find the number of students. Okay, so in the cafeteria, tables are arranged in groups of 4. Okay, so again, we're gonna use one table to find the answer. Okay, so in a cafeteria, tables are arranged in groups of 4. Okay, with each table seating 8 students. Okay, so this is the groups. Okay, this is the number of chairs, and this is the number of students. Okay, so in the first group, okay, we have 4 chairs, or 4 whatever you want to call it, and okay, 8 students can sit there. Okay, in group number 1. Okay, number 2, okay, we have groups of 4, number 1, so number 2 would be 4 plus 4 would be 8. Okay, and then 16 students. Okay, if we add one more group to that one, that would be 12, 12, and then okay, 24, right? So are you seeing the relationship already? 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, 12 plus 12 is 24. Okay, now this line right here is going by 4s, so 12 plus 4 is 16. This line right here is going by 8s, so 8 plus 24 plus 8 equals 32. Okay, 32, right? And we need to find 10 groups of tables. So we can go ahead and go all the way up to 10, okay? And then we can use the relationship right here. What can I do to the number of chairs to give me the number of students? 16 times what number equals 32? 16 times 2, right? Okay, equals 32. Yes or no? So this, okay, but I don't have any numbers right here. So I can use the relationship between the number of groups and the number of chairs. What number times 1 equals 4? 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 10 times 4 would be 40, right? 40. Now I have a number. Okay, so what do I do to 16 to equal 32? I multiply by what number? By 2, right? So what's 40 times 2? 40 times 2 equals 80, correct? And that's it. Okay? So we write right here how many students can sit at 10 groups of tables. Students can sit, okay, at 10 groups of tables. This is a number. So we'd say 80 and the rule would be to multiply. Okay, and I'm going to write everything, the number of groups. Okay, the number of groups by 2. Okay, that's number 9. Number 10, what's the unknown number in the sequence 2 in the chart? Okay, so to find the unknown number, well, of course, we need to find the rule. Okay, so the rule, we can find it by using the first pair of numbers and thinking, what can I do to this 5 to equal 15? What number times 5 equals 15, or 15 divided by what number equals 5? Okay, 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, 10 times 3 is 30. 15 times 3 is 45. 25 times 3 is 75. 35 times 3 is what number? Okay, so of course we need to, okay, 5 times 3 equals 15, carry the 1. 3 and 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. So the answer will be 105 multiplied by 3. Okay, so that's the magic number. Okay, so this is the last video for the lesson. I want you to go now and take your Go Math practice book, okay, your homework book, and I want you to open it to page 191 and 192. Okay, go over, okay, your homework. You can always go back to these videos to watch them again so that you know what you need to do, and don't forget to turn in your work. Okay, thank you, boys and girls. See you on the next video.